Good morning, children. This is Shobal speaking. Children, we have been dealing with a chapter, a very interesting chapter that is about comparing quantities. As of now, we have done till exercise 8.2. We have finished all the sums of that particular exercise. So, here in this video, I'm going to explain about a very important concept of the comparing quantities is about interest, compound interest, or basically we can say interest. Okay. Now, what are these things? We will understand in details, children. Okay, children, for an example, suppose I need to build a house or I need to buy a vehicle. So I need some amount which I do not have at this moment. The amount is, suppose, 1 lakh. This is the amount which I'll be needing. I need this amount to in order to get a car. So this amount which I do not have, so I straight away went to the bank. Okay, and the bank official had told me that, sir, we can provide you 1 lakh rupees, but you need to pay extra than 1 lakh rupees, or you need to pay interest amount of 1 lakh. So if we do not know what is interest, then of course we won't be able to understand, right? So in order to understand what is interest, we will recall the concepts of interest of class 7, in which we used to calculate simple interest, which was about P into R into T by 100. Suppose, children, I took the loan for rupees 1 lakh, so that is called principal. Principal means the amount which we are getting or taking from the bank is called principal amount. This is the amount which I am getting from the bank. Okay, so this is the principal amount. R stands for rate of interest. Rate of interest means the percentage of tax. Okay, interest, extra amount will be calculated on this percentage. It varies on banks to bank. Some bank charges for 10%, some bank charges for 9.5%, some bank charges for 8%. So it varies on place to place from where we are getting the loan. It depends on that actually, right? So that is about rate of interest. Now, what is T? T means the time period at the time which will be after this, period of time, I have to return the amount taken from the bank. So it depends on the dealings between the customer, so like myself, and the bank official. So suppose I want to take a loan for rupees 1 lakh, and the rate of interest is 8%, and I assured that I'll be returning the amount after 3 years positively. Okay, so the interest will be calculated in this way, children. We know the formula for simple interest. The formula for simple interest is P into R into T by 100. Okay, so SI is equal to P means children 1 lakh. The amount 1 lakh is the principal amount. R means rate of interest, which is suppose 8%. So I'll write 8. Time is 3 years, and 100 divide by 100. Now question comes, sir, from where this 100 is coming? 100 is coming from the formula. Okay, so these two zeros will be cancelled. The simple interest for 1 lakh for 8% will be 3 8 is 24. 24 into 1 is 24. And after that there are 1 2 3 zeros. 1 2 3 means after 3 years, when I'll be going to the bank to return 1 lakh rupees, I have to pay 1 lakh plus 24,000. This is the amount, 1 lakh 24,000 I need to pay back after 3 years to the bank. I believe it's clear to everybody, right? So children, this was the concept of simple interest. Now, as we are studying in class 8, we will understand about compound interest. Compound interest is a complex calculation of simple interest. When the amount gets calculated on a year wise, I was paying tax or interest amount of directly on 3 years in case of simple interest. But when I'm talking about compound interest, I'm paying the extra amount or the interest amount as per the time, year wise, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, in that way, or 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, like that way, or like means 4 months, 4 months, 4 months, like that way. So it depends on the time, means every year, 1 year, for 1 year how much interest I'm paying on that amount, again for one year tax, again for 1 year interest. In this way it gets calculated when we talk about compound interest. So children, of course the formula for compound interest is obviously different. The formula to calculate the compound interest, first we need to calculate amount. The formula for amount is principal into 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power n. What is amount, children? How much amount I'll pay back in total. For simple interest I showed I was paying 1,24,000 in total. So here in case of compound interest I'm paying the total amount to be calculated by the formula of principal into 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power n. So P means here is 1 lakh, 1 plus r means rate of interest is 8%, 8 by 100 whole to the power n means 3. This is how we will calculate, children. If we can calculate, we will get the amount to be paid. So finally compound interest will be calculated, children, amount minus principal, because the amount it includes, which I'm getting right now, it includes principal as well as the interest amount together. Amount is equal to, children, interest plus the principal. So I don't need the principal amount, which I already know. I need to know only the interest amount. So I'll directly subtract principal from amount in order to get compound interest, how much to be paid back after 3 years. So children, the first question is about the similar process. The same thing has been used over here. The principal was 10,800. Rate of interest was 12, 1 by 2%, means 25 by 2%, and time was, here time we write by n. N means time. N means 3 years. So children, you will just assign these values on the formula and you will get the answer. So I hope I am able to make you understand what is compound interest and what is the formula of it. So your part of job is to calculate question number A and B and you will submit in the Google Classroom. If you face difficulties, you will let me know. I'll surely explain these questions once again to you all. Till then, thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day.